We have now lived little more than 6 months in our van.
Yeah, full time.
Full time. Yeah, we moved to a van in Helsinki when we worked before this journey, and we have lived in this van ever since.
Everything has been better, greater, simpler, easier than we expected.
Yeah, we boondocking in Helsinki for 3 months and worked, and it went better than expected.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, we thought like it's very hard to find a parking spot. It was really fun to leave from the work and then like call Sarah, where are you? Okay, I'm there. Pick her up,
there.
And then we decided together where we're gonna boondock next night.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And people were asking like, where are you going to sleep tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We had like 10 places about where we...
Our favorite place.
Favorite places that we spent. There was this sunset place. There was this that was close to my workplace. That was close to Sarah's workplace. So if Sarah wanted to go earlier to work,
if
so
I had a meeting or something and I had to like freshen up.
Yeah, so we had one place for that, and then we had like which was close to the water tap and where we can dump out tanks and everything.
Yeah.
Living in a van has been much more fun than we thought.
And we don't really use water that much, but actually it kind of runs out
really quickly.
Yeah, sooner than I thought.
If we are really saving the water and not showering, it's about 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, the dishes really use the water a lot.
Water consumption is really high, but it doesn't matter basically. We haven't had any problems finding potable water.
We have always, but we never have to go to shop and buy it.
Yeah.
But you are more aware of your like consuming, and you are super strict about the water and everything, and you appreciate it so much more.
Thing that people asked when we moved to the van is about our relationship, like how you're gonna survive 24/7 in a little box for that long period of time.
Yeah, watching each other's faces 24/7. And are you sure you want to do it? And are you sure you want to do it to your relationship?
Yeah, and do you really want to buy that small van?
Yeah.
That was the like question. Why do you buy so small van?
Yeah. I think first when we moved in, like in few days, this whole thing started feeling a lot spacious than it actually is. Like more roomy.
Even after this 6 months, I think this is the perfect size van for a couple. Maybe if you are sitting in the front here and other is on a bed reading something, you have to shout to another one. So
maybe even two.
Yeah. I've had like 2 moments that I wanted my own privacy. Well, I went to walk and that's it.
Yeah. You can just stop the car and open the door and walk away if you feel like it. So.
Yeah.
But it's really important to talk about every irritating thing you feel.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it keeps building up, and
it's building up here really fast.
Yeah, like tiniest thing get off your nerve.
Yeah, we have like been together for over 10 years, so we know another bumps and scratches that are making another nerves go.
It helps a lot.
Other thing that affects your mood, it's the weather.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if it's rainy for several days, or it's really windy or really cold,
it gets on your like inside your head, and you have like...
Basically, we can easily live inside this van for several days, not going out. But if it's raining and we cannot go out, then it's really like...
Then if you go out and you come back and everything is muddy and dirty and wet and soaking wet, and then you feel twice as horrible.
That's true.
But it's really weird that the weather affects a lot of your mood.
Yeah, but weather lots of mud and sand.
Yeah, and it's horrible how everything comes inside.
Everything comes
with your shoes and with the dogs carry with it.
Yeah, and everything is full of if you swipe it, there's always sand or dirt if you don't clean it daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
the sheets are full of sand and everything. But it takes so little time.
5 square meters and, well, it takes about 10 minutes and it's totally cleaned from top to bottom.
But these are the things you have to consider because it might get in your nerves if you don't like to do. I like to keep it clean and
keep it clean and keep it organized.
Yeah. But also, a lot of people ask, are you afraid in the car? And of course, I have a partner, it helps not to be that scared, but I don't think I ever been scared in the van sleeping, but I'm more scared when we are driving.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, only place that I'm scared is when we leave our van and we are not in the van. Yeah. Like somebody steals it and everything. Sleeping in any country that we have been in, Albania, Montenegro, Croatia, Hungary, Poland. Even if Finland is the most safest country in the world, and every other country is less safe. So still, every time I have gone sleeping, I haven't had any fear.
Slept like a baby. If something happens, somebody tries to vandalize you or harass you, you can just get the keys and drive away. Yeah. So
that's why we always park our car that we can go.
Yeah.
So it's not blocking from the front or the rear, so we can leave always.
Yeah.
It's a normal kitchen. It has sink, it has a stove and everything, but some strange way. Same is when we are leaving, like starting to drive, like everything has to be in the cupboards and have to be on their place, and because if they are not, they are making a whole lot of noise or breaking something. I think this is a small space, and if this small space gets any cluttered, it's really like
you have to keep it like organized and simple. You cannot just push it random stuff to your cabinets because you cannot find anything from there. Yeah. Especially when 2 people are living and other one has been using something and put it in the different place, it's a mess.
So planning and organizing helps a lot. Basically amount of stuff that we need is less than we ever thought.
It's like if you have 10 important things, you maybe
need 4.
Maybe like 2 and 3 and 4 are the good to have.
And rest is just...
Yeah. And you end up like looking those, so what the hell was I thinking?
Really too much. Yeah. Like we could easily leave half of those clothes. Because there's laundries everywhere. So you can make laundry like for every week. Rather than every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
6 months and after that you always
wear your favorite.
Yeah, favorite shirt and favorite sweatpants, and then when they get dirty, you make laundry, and then day after that you have the same clothes. Appearance when you live in a van and live for a longer time.
Yeah.
Your standards go like not down, but they
stretch a lot. Too groomed. Also, you end up using like the same mugs, and we have like glasses and.
Yeah, we have 2 drinking glass, and we use only 1.
Yeah.
The past 2 months.
And also, you don't want to, when you make food, you eat just with the fork and not use the knife because you don't want to do the dishes.
We just use 1 knife. First, I make the little bites from the steak, and then Sarah uses the same knife.
Or sometimes we end up eating straight from the pot and kettle because you don't want to. You have to do the dishes there and then the plates and everything. So it's so much easier to like cut a little.
We thought that the time would go really slow.
I thought the days would be really boring. We have several books without that we would study if we would get really bored, but I haven't even opened.
And usually days in a day we see so much.
Yeah, it's like overwhelming.
Yeah, we see so much things that in the evening you're like, yeah.
Yeah, you just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up the next day. You are so knackered.
Knackered, new word. Something that I thought that this traveling would be less driving and more experiencing. I don't know. We have now driven 9,000 kilometers to get to Greece. If you go straight from here to Helsinki, the straightest route that Google Maps tells you it's 3,000 kilometers. We have now driven 9,000.
So we have taken a lot of little roads. We have been really blessed because nothing really that horrible have happened to us. So.
Yeah, a couple of things like the dog papers and
car
papers from country and those little things that happens always in your journeys. Past 6 months has been the best times of my life.
Yeah, this was absolutely a really great decision. When we decided to move in the van and sell our apartment and sell all our stuff, that I would get the feeling someday that, oh my god, what have I done? What we have done? We have to move back, but there hasn't been any.
No, I haven't had any thoughts of moving back. Then
we are not making money in our work, but we are gaining experiences and growing as a human beings.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna continue living in a van after we move to Helsinki back.
Yeah, we have to just figure a few things.
It's winter and there's a couple of things that we have to think about, but we have a couple of solutions for that.
Yeah, and I also have to find a job. I don't have a job.
I have a job waiting for me, so I don't we have a one income when we get to Helsinki, and that's more than enough for us.